trying here. My timing could have been better. As you can see, I'm at the Chinese Theater. It is May 12th to Wednesday. And given that things are starting to open, I want to, at least every other day, probably, or every couple of days, I don't know, we'll figure this thing out. I was going to do it in the beginning a year ago, it was like an everyday thing, but then it went on, well, you know how it went on. So, we're just going to take a walk down the boulevard, and this is what you're missing. This is how it's coming back. Let's see what we got. They are doing tours at the Chinese. It still costs you if you want to get into the forecourt, but they are giving tours, which include the forecourt, or you pay $5 or buy $5 worth of something in the gift shop, and then you get to go into the forecourt here and see that stuff. So there's that. Everything else is pretty much coming back. Slowly, some of the restaurants are opening up more and more as restrictions are getting lessened. There was only about a couple of weeks where there were absolutely no street performers on the boulevard. And by performers, I mean like lookalikes, artists, whatever. They're pretty much back in regular. It's back to normal. It's early in the day now, so it doesn't look quite the same. Oh, Hard Rock opened. Obviously with restrictions, but Hard Rock is open. The El Capitan is open. They've been showing things like they showed the Star Wars movies. They're showing Lilo and Stitch on the big screen. Things like that.
Miss Lady, can you go ahead and get this music? How you feel, man? Let's wrap it on beat. Listen, like we'll play it.
See, so they got the 17th to the 23rd is Lilo and Stitch. But this is how things are coming back. As you see the signs here, up here at Hollywood Highland, which as I continue to say, I'm waiting for the changes to begin, and I'll begin documenting the changes as they happen. But there's changes. They're getting rid of the elephants and stuff like that. But you've got Johnny Rock is open, Cabo Wabo, this, whatever this sushi place is, Cold Stone, Ben & Jerry's is open, things like that are back. Unfortunately, he's right by the star of a former social media influencer, but this guy is new on the boulevard, and as you all know, a lot of times when I do this is any music or anything you hear is part of the ambiance of what you hear. I in no way, shape, or form have rights to any of this. For what it is, this is just the boulevard. And it's what we love, it's what we miss. It's everything. He really gets going with the Bee Gees. He's kind of new. So we're coming down here to Hollywood and Highland. So this is what you're missing. I'm back. See what else happens here. But these guys, oh my God. I was under the impression there were certain laws with regard to how loud things can be. And getting, I'm going to turn this thing off for a second here. I'm crossing against the light. I just want to get away from that. If you've been at this corner, you've probably gone like this. Just know that this building was designed by a guy named Raymond Kennedy, who's the same man that designed the Chinese Theater. They both opened in the same year, as a matter of fact. So, I mean, some of these places have been open. They were open on weekends, and they're not open now, like the Snow White place and stuff like that. Some of them might be opened up later on. They redid the entrance here. They closed it for renovations, and when they reopened it, I have no idea what they did. But it's redone, and that's all I can tell you, it's redone. Doesn't look that different. Ripley's is open, McDonald's is open, the Guinness Book of World Records is open. So if you come back here, you're going to find things to do. Obviously, you're going to be careful and cautious and that kind of stuff. This is the Dream Space, Museum of Dream Space. This is a new thing here. I can't go into it because of my epilepsy. It's kind of freaky with lights and shit like that. This whole thing here is new. Now, at the corner is a Museum of Illusion, and that's pretty much a selfie museum. They cost you like, however, $20 or whatever to take pictures of yourself. Then this thing opened. Now, I've mentioned this before. The Giant's House, it's a world of illusion. It's cartoon kind of things of giant things, like a big cup, or a big mask, or a big Lego, or a big whatever. It's the concept of paying money just to do selfies that you can probably figure out how to do at home on your own. Anyway. Hello. So as things are opening up and you guys will be coming back, do check. You can directly ask me questions if you so desire. Brian, is this or is that? Because, you know, almost on a weekly thing now, each weekend something different may be opening because of how things are going and going better or whatever. Now, they've unboarded the Scientology building. It isn't open yet, but it is unboarded. And Pig and Whistle. Pig and Whistle is hit or miss. You see the white barriers there. That's so they can have dining like that, you know, like street dining, so to speak. That's what I call it. But it's like, it's open some days, it's not open on other days. If it's a weekend, it's pretty much open. But other than that, it's kind of hit or miss. Now, again, those of you who have either walked the boulevard with me or have seen anything, if you remember the film Pretty Woman, this is the corner in the beginning of the movie Pretty Woman. When the kids are hanging out in the corner and they find a dead hooker in the alleyway, this is where the kids are hanging out in Pretty Woman. And so her apartment is right around the corner where she lives. But this is where they filmed that in the movie. Sadly, this place has been closed since, and I love this little store, but it's been closed since the pandemic, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish them well. I hope everything's okay. Now, here's the places. Okay, so this Mother Clucker, it opened on the fly before the pandemic, and it still looks like it opened in the middle of the pandemic. In all honesty, between you and me and the fence post, I don't trust any of these human beings with a decision in life, considering apparently there's no pandemic on the other side of that black railing. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But this is just what it's like. You see, you got souvenir places because tourists are coming back. A lot of the tourists that are coming back are locals, like, you know, Inland Empire people and stuff like that. Now, thankfully, Musa and Frank, as we said, is reopened. You got to make reservations. We'll be making reservations for the counter. You even have to make reservations for the counter, which is quite... Oh, look. Welcome to Hollywood. It's a party right there. Anyway, that's new across the street. That little conclave comes and goes as far as size-wise, but they're there, hit or miss. And here's Bordner's. I'm going to end this right around here anyway. Borders is open, again, not all the time, but they are open. You got to check with them. There is the greatest bookstore in the world, Larry Edmunds. Even online, but otherwise, follow Larry Edmunds' bookshop. Follow Larry Edmunds, even just follow on Facebook. Did a thing the other day with Peter Bogdanovich, who I love. And it's just great stuff. And Jeff is just amazing, but you can get anything you want, need, or whatever. Beverly and I were just talking about whether or not the Escape Hotel is going to reopen. I maintain that it will, if for the sole reason it's quite popular. It's the largest, as far as I know, I think at the time it was the largest in the world. So we'll see, but I maintain it will reopen. So with all of that in mind, oh, there I am. Coming to you live from here, the Shane Building. Larry Edmunds, Escape Hotel. Thanks for taking a walk with me on the boulevard. If you haven't been here, that's what you haven't seen. If you have been here, that's what you're missing. If you are coming back here, contact me. I'll take you for a walk. Let's have some fun. Peace out.